If you've ever wondered which tools are actually worth using for your Etsy shop, I'm breaking down the free ones, the paid ones I invest in, and how I use them every day to run my shop more efficiently. Also, if you have tools that help you run your business more smoothly, I would love to hear about them in the comments, so let me know. When I first started, I felt overwhelmed with all the tool options. Some were expensive, others a little too complicated. But over time, I figured out which ones actually save me time and money, because let's be real, when you're just starting out, spending a lot on tools isn't always an option. I was always looking for something cheaper or ideally free that could still get the job done. That said, I also believe that with every business, you do have to invest in the right places. But you don't always need a fancy or expensive tools to start. So in this video, I'll start with the free tools that I used and still use to run my Etsy shop. These were total game changers when I first started, and even now, they help me stay creative, consistent, and organized. Before I start mentioning the first free tool, I just want to give you an idea about my process when creating a new clipart pack. It starts with product research, followed by image creation, upscaling the images, removing background, changing the DPI, then storing them to an iCloud storage, start creating the listing photos and PDF link, and lastly, posting or listing on Etsy. The first free tool that I used to use is called DGB.LOL. DGB.LOL is a website where you can process images for free. You can upscale an image, reimagine an image, retouch an image, and many more. This website offers a lot of things that you can do with an image or images. I got to use it twice, both for upscaling and removing background, and one of the features that I liked using was being able to upscale and removing backgrounds in bulk. I thought it was a very convenient feature. I didn't have to do an image at a time. However, I stopped using it after a couple of times because it took a long time to process. I mean, yes, I was saving money, but I was also spending a lot of time waiting for my images to be processed. I remember I had to wait about 3 hours. I can't remember how many images I had to do at that time, but I was doing multiple and I just found it not worth it. But it is still a great tool to use if you're just starting. You can try it for yourself and see if it's the tool for you. The second free tool that I used to use and still use is called convertdpi.com. This tool is used for changing the DPI of an image, which is very important if you are selling digital images and the likes. DPI stands for dots per inch, and the industry standard, or at least what I see most of the time being offered, is 300 DPI per image. And it just means that if an image has a higher DPI, when it's printed, it is going to be more detailed. There's more colors and it's less pixelated. What I like the most about this tool is that you can also change DPI in bulk. So you can upload up to 50 files at a time, which saves you a lot of time. And it doesn't only go up to 300 DPI. You can go for 400, 600, or even set up a custom DPI. The only annoying thing I found about this tool is how they add underscores if your image has multiple words. So let's say the name of your image is Beautiful Sunset California. After you upload it to have the DPI converted, when you download it, it would change to beautiful underscore sunset underscore California. If you're only doing, let's say, 3 to 4 images, it's not so bad. But if you're like me who does multiple images at a time, it gets annoying deleting all the underscores. It's still a great tool, you know. I mean, it's for free. So like, I wish they didn't have to add an underscore in between multiple words. The third free tool that I use is called Photopea, which is a free version of Adobe Photoshop. It offers a wide range of editing features and functionalities similar to Adobe Photoshop. They do have a paid version if you don't like the ads popping up on the side of the screen, but I don't mind it. Like, it does not distract me every time I'm doing something. I use Photopea every time or anytime I have to fix an image, because even though I use an AI image generator, they're not always perfect, and therefore sometimes I have to fix them. And this tool is a great alternative to Photoshop. It's like having Photoshop but without the expense. The next free tool that I use, which is the fourth tool, I think, yeah, is called Canva, the free version. If you don't know what Canva is, have you been living under a rock? I'm just kidding. But Canva is an online design and publishing tool. And this is what I use to create my listing photos, my PDF documents. There's a lot of reasons why I like Canva, but what I love about it is how much you can get just from using the free version. I've even heard people making money out from just using the free version of Canva. While the Pro unlocks a lot of possibilities, using the free version is not so bad. And the last free tool that I use is called Google Drive. I use Google Drive to store my digital products because you can only upload up to 5 files on Etsy, and so it is not enough, and that's why I had to store it somewhere else and would just give an access link to my customers so they can access the files. I like using it because it's free for now and easier to use. When I was deciding which iCloud storage I wanted to use to store my digital products, I was actually choosing between Dropbox and Google Drive, and I ended up getting Google Drive because, again, it was initially free, and even if I ended up using all the memory, which is 15 gigabyte, and would have to pay for the monthly subscription for the storage, I wouldn't mind it because it is a lot cheaper than getting the Dropbox. Now let's start talking about the paid tools that I use that help me run my business smoothly. I'm also going to share with you how much I pay for each of them every month. The first paid product that I use and I invest in is called Insight Factory. Insight Factory is a market research tool that I use to help me create my next product. I really like it because I can get ahead with creating the next trending product or knowing what is currently trending and hop early onto it, which gives me a higher chance of getting those traffic and gaining sales from customers who are currently looking for that trending product. One of the features that I really love about this tool is called Recommended for Me tab. This tab just basically narrows down all the trending products based on the products that you sell on your shop. For example, for me, I sell clip art, digital bookmarks, and seamless patterns. When I click on this tab, it will only show me what is currently trending under clip art, digital bookmarks, and seamless patterns, making it easier for me to create my next product. For Insight Factory, I pay $19.99 per month. The next paid tool that I use is called Midjourney, or as I call it, MJ. Midjourney is an AI image generator that helps me create images that I sell on my shop. I like it because out of all the image generator, based on what I've seen, nothing comes as close to what MJ can produce. It's just on another level. I did try to find a cheaper option because MJ tends to be a little bit on a costly side, but I have not seen an AI image generator that gives almost the same results as MJ. But again, this is based on my experience. If you know an image generator out there that gives the same or almost the same result as MJ, do let me know, especially if it's cheaper than Midjourney. Please let me know. A feature that I love about Midjourney is this feature called Vary Region, where you can fix a part of an image that you don't like by highlighting it and changing the prompt. Sometimes it does not come out correctly or how you wanted it to be, and that's where Photopea comes in for me, and I try to fix it manually. For Midjourney, I got their standard plan and I pay $30 per month. The third paid tool that I use is called Pixelcut, and Pixelcut is an AI photo editor that helps me with upscaling and removing background. If you remember a while ago, I used to use DGB.LOL to do this task. Well, Pixelcut replaced it. Pixelcut actually has a free version. However, if you wanted access to the advanced features like upscaling and removing background in bulk, you would have to pay for the pro version, which I didn't mind because I was getting what I paid for. I didn't have to wait hours and hours just to upscale and remove the background of my images. A feature that I like about this tool is called generative fill, which basically lets you change a part of an image. Say you highlight an image and you wanted to add like a cup or a flower on that part of the image. You can do that by using the generative fill feature. The only thing that I'm disappointed about this feature is I can only access it through their website, not on the app that I have installed on my computer. I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to access it, but I tried to look for it but could not find it. And for Pixelcut, I pay $9.99 per month. And the last paid tool that I use is called Etsy. I know Etsy is a marketplace, but it is a part of my workflow. It's where I list, manage, and sell all my digital products. I just can't tell you how much I spend on like listing fees and all that because it varies every month. If you're just starting, I highly recommend starting with free tools until you feel ready to scale. But also, I think it depends on your goals. If you're someone who loves getting things done a little faster and more efficient, I would say go for the paid tools to make your life a little bit easier. But if you're someone who doesn't mind the slower pace, go for the free tools. And once your shop starts earning, or if you want to save time, that's when paid tools make sense. For me, I was quick to replace DGB.LOL with Pixelcut because I could not afford to spend a lot of time just waiting for my images to be processed. Anything that would make my process a little bit easier, I would pay for it in a heartbeat. I hope this helped you figure out what tools might help you in your Etsy journey, but let me know in the comments what your favorite tools are so far, or if there is one that you've been thinking of trying. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!